What's good, superstars? Back with another VeVe video. You got Superstar Joe. You got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going? You guys ready for some math up in your faces? Guys, if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post some more mathematical calculation videos. You can also become a superstar VIP. Hit that join button under the video. It's $2.99 a month. You get one of these stars next to your name. You can flex in the comments. First of all, the longer you hold on to it, the better your star gets. More entries into the giveaways we do every single month. There's even VIP exclusive giveaways. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join the Discord. In Discord, it is where you're going to meet everybody from all different types of projects. We've got people from other projects into VeVe, people from VeVe into other projects. Lots of intermingling, lots of fun in the Discord. Join the Discord. 100% recommended by me. All right. I want to get into this because we did a video yesterday on the tickets drop for the NYCC. I'm going to pull it up right here. So this was it. Went through the details. Like the utility, cool to see NFTs tied to IRL events. I think that's something that they used to do back in the past, and now bringing it back again, it seems like something that people are getting a little bit excited about. Been getting a lot of questions, a lot of DMs, people saying, are you going to spend the MCP points for the tickets? First of all, I can't even go for the red one, so I can't do that one. But I'm going to go through a little bit of math, see if it's worth it for others. This one here doesn't require the MCP. This is a no-brainer. You got the VeVe logo. You're going to craft for this, obviously. There's only 500 of them and 500 logos, so it is the most scarce item. And if you already have the logo, it's basically added bonus for just holding something. So always like to see that things get rewarded for holding. But the next one is the first one that you can get, and you need to be a level 50 MCP. That's why I can't go for the drop, but I can go for the next two. I'm at level 42, but MCP points required 30,000. What does that mean? Are you going to use 30,000 MCP points? What does it mean to you? For me, my MCP points are important. I have not found a reason to spend them yet. I'm going to explain to you exactly why that is. But the one that I could go for if I really wanted to is the Uncommon Club entry. Basically means if I was going to NYCC, I can get in about a half an hour after the gold and the red tickets at 8 o'clock. The other ones are 7:30. This is for the VeVe party at Musica. It also says that there's going to be required for future VeVe crafting events. We don't know what that means. There's no details on that yet. But apparently these tickets will be utilized in another future crafting event. What does that mean? Is it going to be for another party, for another event, or is it going to be for something that you're going to get a collectible? We have yet to see. So that is something that we got to take into consideration as well. And the last one is this blue one here, which is only going to cost you 5,000 MCP points. You'll need to be MCP level 15, and there's 1,750 editions. Same thing. They all have that term about being a requirement for a future crafting event. Does that mean that you have to have all of them? Does that mean you can use one of them, burn one of them, get something? I don't know. If it means that you're going to get another ticket in a future event to get into. We speculated on yesterday. Go check out yesterday's video. Let us know in the comments what you think that means exactly. But we have to now go through the numbers and say, does this make sense? Like if you're going for the red ticket, does the number of MCP points required for this make sense? Or are you better off going for it in secondary market? Same thing for the green, same thing for the blue. The one thing we don't know is this ticket may also be used to required for future crafting events. What does that mean? What is a crafting event? I'm going to assume that whatever the value of this ticket is going to be equal to whatever you're burning that ticket for in said crafting event. So we're going to have to go with that way because that's the only way that I can make a numerical assumptions, calculations, whatever you want to call it. So first place we got to go, VeVe set list. We talk about them all the time. Shout out to Bravos Assassin for putting together this website long time ago in anticipation of MCP being live. We're now live at MCP. If you go through the tabs here, you're going to see sets. You're going to see this column here is always what I have it sorted by. It's dollars per MCP because that's going to tell you what is the cheapest items per MCP to get. So, I mean, if you were looking for sets, this visit from St. Nick at this time was $1.03 per MCP. If you go to comics, you're looking at 75 cents per MCP. These numbers have dropped significantly. When this site first came out, it was like $20 to $30 per MCP was like a good deal. Now you're looking at 75 cents. That goes to show you how far things have fallen. And if you're looking at just straight collectibles, Holiday Elves, 80 cents. So you're looking under $1. And then if you want to go watch some old videos, look at this, 2023, 2022 videos from a bunch of great creators about MCP points. Bravos Assassin made a great website here. And I just wanted to give like an idea, right? So I don't know how up to date, if he's kept up with it or whatever when it comes to tracking this stuff, but this is just an example we're going to use. And if this is the case, then you're going to see how the numbers play out. So let's go to the spreadsheet, the Superstar VIP spreadsheet that you guys all have access to if you're a VIP. It's one of the perks. We do have a simplified version of like price prediction and stuff for everybody in the comments below. I mean, in the description below, but this is for the VIPs. This is on the VIP spreadsheet. And I'm going to show you here in just a second. All right, so let's see if I can make this bigger. Okay, now my head's in the way. All right, why did I do that for? Now let's go back. I'm going to zoom in here, but anyway. All right, so that's better. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is this line here, okay? This is the 3 different drops that are MCP applicable. You got the ultra rare. You want to get in at 7:30. That's the red. Then you got the green for the uncommon at 8 o'clock and the blue for the common at 8:30, okay? Let's center that because nobody likes to see things over to the side when everything else is centered. The edition sizes, 1,000 red tickets, 1,250 green tickets, 1,750 blue tickets. We all know right now what things on those drop sizes are going for. We've seen drops that are like less than 100 editions selling for maybe $400 or $500. So 1,000 editions, you're looking somewhere under 100 for sure. IRL or right now on all these drops that we're seeing, unless it's something like super crazy like Secret Rare Spider-Man, which came out a long time ago. I'm talking about things that drop right now. With 1,000 editions, you're not looking at amazing returns. So let's continue. The red, you're going to need 30,000 MCP. The green, you're going to need 15,000, and the blue, you're going to need only 5,000. This is level 30. This is level 15, I believe, and level 5 or 5. I can't remember. Level 50, level 30, level 5, or level 50, level 30, level 15. That's what it is for the MCP if you're trying to go for one of the 3. Is it worth it? Are you going to spend the MCP points? If we go back to Bravos Assassin VeVe set list, we're going to see that it was for the cheapest possible thing you can buy on the app, 75 cents per MCP. So this is saying that if you were to buy everything in your collection today and you wanted to get all the points in one day, at the cheapest possible price, which is not going to be possible because you're going to run out of things that are going to be at that price. But let's say, just to give the benefit of the doubt, everything is at that 75 cents. It would cost you to go for the red one. If you want to buy it all in one day, get all the MCP, you would have to buy it yesterday and then get the points today. $22,500. That's if you want to have it within one day, or if you want to recuperate it after today. So let's say you spend your MCP points, like I want that back by tomorrow. You have to go out and spend at minimum $22,500 to get the 30,000 back in one day, which is obviously a stretch. Nobody's really looking to get them back in one day, and I think that's a little bit of a high expectation. Let's say you got one rare comic. Okay, we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. One rare comic, that's gonna cost you $1.50. We saw it was 75 cents. Let's say you only want to spend $1.50. You would have to hold on to that rare comic for 15,000 days. How many years is that? How many years is 15,000 days? Divided by 365. That is 41 years. So I hope that you are very young and that you will see this out to be able to get those MCP points back. But that's what it is. That's how long you would have to hold one rare comic. And that would mean you could buy that cheapest rare comic and it will be available to you at that 75 cent rate. So 15,000 days, not realistic. We're not going to be waiting 41 years to recuperate our 30,000 MCP. But if I have 25 rare comics, much more realistic. I think a lot of people in this boat, people who are stacking for MCP, especially when rare comics were going for 30, 40, 50 gems, it was harder to get into there. Some of them are going for even more of that, depending on the quality of the comic or whatever, the importance of the comic. But let's say around 50 gems back in the day, right? So 50 gems times 25 comics, it was like $1,250. Right now, saying that it's at 75 cents per MCP, meaning $1.50 per comic, we're looking at $37.50. But for that $37.50, you would have to hold it for around 2 years. 2 years for 25 comics just to get you the 30,000 MCP. So are you willing to wait 2 years on 25 rare comics. This is the cheapest possible way. So a lot of people have bigger collections with other things that get you less MCP points. This is the most efficient way. This is assuming that everything is at the cheapest rate. So it's going to be more expensive than this for 2 years of holding. So this is the reward rate at which the MCP points on this particular drop would be. So $37.50, not that expensive, but you're waiting 2 years. But I don't want to wait 2 years, Joe. I want to wait 1 year. Let's say it's 300 days. This is for holding 50. You're basically doubling the number of comics. Now I have 50 rare comics. If I bought them at $50, remember, right? Back in the day, because most people here been here since back in the day, $2,500. Right now it will be around $75, but you'd be holding it for a year. Are you willing to wait a year for 30,000 MCP points to get that back, to get into the next one? For me, I'm not willing to wait that. And this is across the board here. I would have to hold it for half a year if I wanted to go for the green one, and I would have to hold it for around 50 days, which is a little less than 2 months. And I should recuperate, but I would have to have 50 rare comics in my collection. Or 20 rare, and this is at the cheapest possible rate. Remember, these are the most cheapest potential. Like if you waited and you sniped and you waited and you sniped and you waited and sniped and you kept getting it at that 75 cents per MCP point rate, more likely going to be higher than that. MCP for 100 rare comics. This is if you were a DGen for MCP points. You've been collecting rare comics. You've been waiting for them to go down to $1.50, and you've been stacking. You're waiting 150 days still. All right, half a year to get that 30,000 back, and you spent $150. If you were sniping at $1.50 per rare comic and you have 100 of them in your collection, it will take you half a year to get back. If you're looking at the green one, it'll take you around a quarter of a year, 75 days. And if you're looking to get into the blue one, 25 days, but you have to have 100 rare comics at $1.50 each into your collection. Now, this number we know is not everybody's collection. It's nobody's collection. This is the all-time low of MCP points, dollar per MCP points. Most people spent back in the day, if you are holding on to your rare comic collection, they were still the most efficient a long time ago, and it was around 20, 30, 40 gems for a rare comic. If it's 40 gems per rare comic, you're looking at $20 per MCP point. When I click this button, things are going to blow your mind, right? If you want to recuperate that in 1 day, it's going to cost you $600,000. And a bunch of this is for to get as many rare comics as you need to recuperate it in 1 day. But if you want to only have one, it will cost you $40. Obviously, you had the one rare comic, but you'll be holding it still for the same 15,000, 41 years. Another one you want to hold for 2 years, it'll cost you $1,000. And this is probably most people's. I would say this number should be even higher. Like people's average dollar per MCP, if you're looking at people who've been holding on this app, is probably even higher than this. But let's be generous and say 20 is people's average. It's not. It's higher. I'm telling you it's higher. But anyway, you would be holding $1,000 worth for 2 years. To me, I'm not willing to hold $1,000 worth for 2 years to buy this ticket that I might be able to buy on the secondary market. We know what things for 1,000 edition sizes are going for right now. I'm sure it's going to be less than 1,000 gems, but we're going to see. And if you wanted to hold 50, you'd be spending 2,000 at that rate over the time of your collecting, and that would be over a year of holding. And then if you're looking at 100 rare comics or whatever you're holding in your collection at that rate of $20, it doesn't have to be rare comics. It could be anything. Dollar per MC points equal 20. For half a year, you would spend $4,000. You got to compare the price of what you're going to get back from this drop to these numbers. If your average dollars per MCP, let's say that you've been here since 2021, your average dollars per MCP, you have a lot of grails. The grails don't get you the best dollar per MCP. You're spending $1,500 on a partner statue. It's partner statue getting you 3 MCP points. Like think about that dollar per MCP, right? So that brings your average way up. Let's say you're a collectible holder. Let's say your average is $50. First of all, you want to get it back in 1 day. It's going to cost you 1.5 million. This drop's not going to be that much, but equivalent over 41 years of holding, you only have to spend $100. But if you're going to be holding for 2 years, 2,500, 3 years, or 1 year, 5,000, half a year, $10,000 of money into this app. This is how you have to look at it. If you're going for any of the three, the timelines just change along the way. So if you're looking at the 50 rare comics or whatever it is, $5,000 spent at that rate of $50 per MCP, that would be over half a year. And if we're even going the common, like look at these numbers. If this is your average, it's basically like over 2 months you've been spending $5,000 to get it back. So comparing what this drop goes for, depending on your comfort level, if you're okay waiting a year, let's say at worst case, and you're going for the ultra rare, it would have been $5,000 at risk for a year. All right, you'd be holding on to it for a year to get it back. If you're a shorter term person, you want to wait less. Let's say that it's worst case scenario, you have $10,000 invested, and you're gonna get it back in a month. $10,000 in a month. That would only allow you to go for the common to recuperate your MCP points. So where do I see this drop setting? I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I mean, we just had Maserati on the app, and it was a 40 MCP or $40 drop, and I think the market price is below retail. At least last I looked, maybe it went up now, but it was like 30 to 35 gems this morning, and it was a 40 gem drop, and now it's 30 gems. So it's 30 gems right now, and this is a premium this is a premium collectible and license, and they've only sold 800 of them. Okay, so 800 of them are sold, and we're looking at 30 gems. What happens when you sell 1,000? Usually it is worth less, but if people enjoy the utility, even if you double it and you say it's worth $60, and even if you said that you only spent $10 per MCP point, when you come back in here, you look at these numbers here, 2 years of holding, are you really going to get $500 back on this drop? 1 year of holding, are you really going to get $1,000? And half a year of holding, are you going to get $2,000 back? Like, you got to look at it in this way. And for me, my MCP points are worth more than whatever I'm going to get on this drop. I think the move here, if you really, really want these tickets, probably going to be getting on the secondary market, as it is for a lot of things on VeVe. I don't think that this one is going to be worth the MCP value, unless the craft is something incredible that we don't know about, and that my what do you call it here, assumptions are completely way off. Like, maybe you can craft it for a signed, autographed Babe Ruth card. I have no clue what these are going to be crafting for, but I have a feeling that whatever it is not going to be worth whatever you have invested to gain those MCP points. That is my rundown. That is my breakdown. That is my new numbers, my calculations. You guys let me know if I did justice. I know that Rob is the numbers guy, does a lot of our calculations, but I got a pretty good background when it comes to that stuff too. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Are you using MCP points? Are you waiting for the secondary market, or are you passing completely on the job? If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever I do another price prediction, calculations, MCP, is it worth it? That type of job. We need a name for this, because price prediction is not working right now with everything going under retail. We need a name for, is it worth it going for MCP, or going for it with MCP points? What's that name going to be? Superstar VIPs, you get extra juju, and in the comments, if you let me know a title for that, and I'll take it more seriously, guys. Also, thank you so much for supporting us so long, guys. We're almost at 1,000 straight days. All right, that is coming up in a little over a week here. We're going to have a big time stream on the 30th. I believe we're going to do it, and it's going to be a big time party. Really hope if you join us for that. Love seeing you guys in the comments every day. You guys are family, you guys are friends, and can't wait to keep doing this as long as we can, guys. We'll see you in the next one. We'll see you soon. I love you. Bye.